A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 is taken, strike one.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And this is low, ball two. 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
He stays alive, still 2-2.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the seventh. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game. So the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V. This is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the seventh inning, Dero. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut scares you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he pitched a heck of a game. But from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
No balls and one strike. On its way is pitch number 75. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Judge gets his lead at first, nobody out. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tough, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, Dero, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Didi Gregorius is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with one swing.
Swing and a liner. Foul. A swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Greg Bird will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. There's a line drive base hit to left field. The relay, and he will make it back in there. He's safe at third.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Yankees leave them loaded. They trail this one 1-0. Greg Bird is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base.
Up next for Miami, Johnny Givotella. He flew out in his last at-bat. Miguel Andujar has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Number 67, Miguel Andujar.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Judge is there, 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Lewis Brinson. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Gray ready with the 0-1. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Seared down the first baseline, and this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball, and he'll reach second now with 1 away.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound, and that's going to be all for Sonny Gray. So he'll depart after getting 1 out here in the 8th, but he's in line to take the loss, barring a late turnaround. Dylan Betances gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Into the box now, JT Riddle. He grounds it sharply to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. Digging in and looking for more, Cameron Maybin. He doubled his last time through. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A 1-0 delivery. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick, because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to...
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
And now everybody's running. Now a bunt attempt here. And they'll put the tag on him for the out, but he'll at least get an RBI out of it. Something you don't see all that often anymore, as the runner was breaking from third. The perfect suicide squeeze gets him a run. In now, Justin Bour, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. We could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
For the Yankees, number 50.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. 2 balls and a strike to Bour.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch Got himself ahead in the count now.
And Gregorius will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins forced to settle for one. Not too many. Here's Neil Walker. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Counts even at 1-1 to Walker. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. So 1-1 home. Line towards center field. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Ronald Torreyes will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 74, Ronald Torreyes.
First delivery to him on the way. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Under it is Maben now as he pulls it in for the first out. Here's Brett Gardner now. Fourth trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Ran the circle change in on him, a ball and no strikes. Torreyes, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. So 1-1. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Popped high in the air. Moore camps under it, and he's got it for out number 2. Here's big Aaron Judge. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Giancarlo Stanton now. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
The ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Yanks strand a pair. They're down 2-0. Ronald Torreyes will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base.
Ready now for the Marlins, Starlin Castro. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Digging in once again, JT Realmuto. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Out in front as he grounds this one to short. Gregorius is there, and quickly there are 2 away.
Up next for the Marlins.
Ready once again, Derek Dietrich. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Here's a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And there's ball 2 now. 3-1 to the Marlins left fielder.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Gardner will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Miami down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Nope, that's ground.
Hit sharply on the ground. Gloved by Castro. And the throw takes the first baseman right into the charging path of the base runner, but he's able to make a nice swipe tag to record the first out. Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing. That's going to be all for Dan Straley. Kyle Bearclaw comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. Here's Didi Gregorius. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Grounded back up the middle. On the first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening. Here's Miguel Andujar now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. Oh, 1. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Last chance for the Yankees. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Riddle gathers it in. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins are going to get out of here with a split in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over. This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Miami Marlins rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Dan Straley takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Sonny Gray pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter